today we are on the beach in Katera. We just thought we'd come and have a little wander along the beach and try and burn off some of those post-Christmas calories, in my case. Yeah.
Quite a few, I have to say.
So we had a little walk along the beach, which was absolutely lovely. And now we've plopped ourselves down. So here we are in Katera, it's near Villamora, sort of Lule. It's a lovely place. And as you can see, it's a glorious day. Anyway, today, Leslie, we thought we would talk to you about sex education. This is because we were chatting recently about funny things your kids say, and it seems that our children and their sex education at school, and our grandchildren say, and our sex education at school was all very different. I don't know about yours.
Very different. Yes, well,
you learned how to put a condom on a banana, didn't you?
that's the only thing I came away from learning at school about sex education was putting a condom on a banana.
I remember doing the condom thing, and she gave us, the lady who was doing the sex education gave us a condom, and everyone just like took the piss and laughed.
I know, and that's the trouble, isn't it? As a class, I think we just all got incredibly embarrassed and just laughed. I don't remember learning anything else.
I don't remember any great revelations. I remember them talking about periods.
Oh yes, we had the period conversation.
It looks like you lose a lot of blood, but actually it's really only a teaspoon. And I thought, yeah, you're having a laugh.
Yeah, and I actually, this is awful, sorry for all you men watching, but I started my period during an art lesson.
Oh, useful.
At school.
Useful.
Yeah,
yeah,
that could have been incredibly useful, although it was actually more embarrassing than useful.
Awful.
I have to say.
Awful,
yes,
yeah.
awful.
At school, at a mixed
yes,
school.
at a mixed school. Yes, I won't go. I'm not going to go into graphic details, but I think you can all imagine how embarrassing it was.
But our children's sex education, I don't know. Was that different?
Yes, I can remember saying to my husband, my ex-husband, father of my children, when my son was about 11, 12, saying to my ex-husband, okay, so you need to discuss the birds and the bees. Isn't it funny how we call it the birds and the bees? I mean, these days it would be bees and the bees, and the birds and the birds, and the bees and the birds, and all crossing and everything.
Yeah, well, it would be,
wouldn't it? It'd be all over the place.
So
I said to my husband, over to you, because I'd already spoken to my daughter.
It was fair.
A little bit.
Fair,
so
yeah.
it was his turn. He went, all right, love, leave it with me. He made my son just watch the In-Betweeners. You know, which kind of, I just went, oh, well, okay. So that's how my son learnt not to do it, because the In-Betweeners, if you've all watched the In-Betweeners, know exactly what I'm talking about.
No, I don't actually remember the kids having. Now, maybe it's a little bit different. They went to a private school, so maybe
it might have been
it was different. I can't remember them having sex education at school. Although I do remember my number 4, my little Charlie Bubble, saying to me one day, "Mummy, what's a climax?"
Oh!
And I froze. I think I was unloading the dishwasher or something. Do you know what I said?
I don't know. I don't want to know what you said. What did you say?
I said it's when a mummy and a daddy are like having a snuggle and a cuddle, and the mummy and the daddy make each other feel really, really, really good.
Oh, good way of putting it. It's too embarrassing.
No, Nellie, my oldest one, she learnt a word at school once. So we had a bit of sex education through this. So we were coming home from school, and she said to me, "Mummy, Alexa says I'm a C-U-N-T." She actually said that word. Yeah,
we could say it.
Yeah,
we could say it.
And I said, "Oh," she said, "So, Mummy, Alexa says I'm a C-U-N-T. What's a C-U-N-T?
Oh.
Is that nice? Is that bad?" I don't think Alexa knew either.
Do you know what? I think Alexa's got a lot to answer to, hasn't she?
So I said, "Oh, it's a very rude word for a nunny, you know."
Oh, nunny.
Yeah,
you call her
so
nunnies?
we don't say that word. Oh, and then she forgot about it. So I rang Alexa's mummy and said, "Guess what, Lydia? Our darling daughters have learnt a new word." she was mortified because she was one of life's lovely people.
Oh.
Whereas I'm not really, but she really, really is. And
Do you know what I thought you
she was
meant?
horrified.
I thought you meant Alexa.
Oh, no, there wasn't Alexa then, was
Oh,
there?
well, I was just thinking. I was
No.
thinking to myself.
Alexa was a little girl of 5.
Oh, and I thought you meant Alexa.
No,
had
no.
said that.
No, they were
What do you want to call me, Alexa?
5 years old, and Nellie learned that word. But I think she
Wow.
forgot about it then. But
The reason we're talking about this is it's quite topic at the moment because they're discussing, back in the UK about sex education in schools again. What age is it relevant? I mean, this kind of rears its ugly head every so many years, doesn't it?
I think it's down to the parents, and I would really, really
Yeah.
not be happy with my child coming home from school, having learnt about things that they weren't ready to know about. Because
every child's different.
I think that as a parent, when your child asks you a question, when Charlie said to me when he was about 8 or 9, what's
Yeah.
the climax? I told him in words that I thought he would understand,
Yeah.
and in a way that was relevant to our family and to him.
Yes.
If he'd have asked me, Mummy, what does it mean when you're gay, or what does it mean if you're a lesbian or something, I would have answered him. But I think it's only when the child asks you the question, should you volunteer the information.
Yeah.
That's just me personally.
Yeah. However, there is a flip side to that. I agree, and I
Yeah.
think there's many of us that are good parents, as we know, that would discuss this with our children,
No,
and our
definitely.
children are developing at different stages, and our children are different. So my daughter was different to my son, blah blah. But I think, and I don't know whether I'm saying the right thing, but there are probably some parents out there that wouldn't discuss anything with their children. So maybe it is the only way for some children to learn in a controlled environment rather than learning on the streets with other.
Well, yeah.
I don't know.
But
It's a tough one, isn't it?
to a limit. I mean, I don't want my kids to be taught about things. What can I say? Things that I don't think are relevant to a 5 or 6 year old.
Yeah.
It's absolutely fine for 5 and 6 year olds if they come home from school and say, "Oh, Tommy's got 2 daddies," and just say, "Oh yeah, that's cool."
Yeah,
because
of course.
because
That's fine.
sometimes a man loves another man, or a man loves a lady, or a lady loves another lady, and that's all cool. But
Yeah.
you talk about that.
Yeah.
But as time goes on,
When
one
my
of my friends' sons came home recently, and he was, I think, 12 at the time, and he said, "Mum, I'm decided I'm non-binary." He hadn't got a clue what he was talking about.
No.
He'd been filled with all this stuff at school, and then he just made this sweeping sort of statement. And she said, "Well, do you know what that means?" And he said, "Well, no."
No, I know exactly, and this is going back to, in my opinion, kids just being kids for a while. I just think when my children were at junior school, I think when they were in their last year, I think they had the talk. So, but I think as parents, we were told that there was going to be a discussion.
You could
In
withdraw your
class.
children as
Yes,
well. Yeah.
so your children didn't have to attend it,
No.
and as parents, we were invited along
Yeah.
in the evening, one evening, to see what it was
Yes.
that they were going to discuss. And I remember watching a film that was clearly filmed in the 1970s, and it was 2 people being intimate. What? So I'm sat there in the classroom with a load of other parents, and we're watching. It's like watching a 70s porn video.
You see, I don't think I'd want that.
And
for
it
my
was
children.
like, this is what we're going to show your children
No,
tomorrow. And
no,
I'm
no.
thinking,
No,
well,
I
I'm
don't think
not
I'd want
really
that.
sure.
Did you let them watch it?
I can't remember. It was such a long time ago.
I don't
remember.
think I'd want that. I think it's my responsibility, and I think I educated
Yeah.
them all,
Yeah.
well enough.
Yes,
No,
just me.
I had 6
Yeah.
kids of my own. There's no way my kids are ever going to dive in and have children.
No, it's put them off for life, has it?
Here come the girls.